Everybody has a story to tell, and there was a time when we would share those stories around the kitchen table, laughing, telling jokes, talking about the events of the day, heated debates, tragic loss, living life. The kitchen table is where we could share our lives. So come, sit with me and my friends as conversation unfolds across the kitchen table. In this special two-part episode, I'd like to introduce you to my great uncle Johnny. Johnny turned 92 this year, and people of his generation are one of the reasons I started this podcast. If you've never sat around a kitchen table and heard the older generations tell their stories, this episode is for you. Even if their speech is not as fast-paced, there's a peaceful and heartwarming rhythm to it, and their wisdom and life experience cannot be matched. And this is a true kitchen table conversation, with multiple family members sometimes talking over each other. Happy stories and not so happy stories. I bring this episode to you unedited and untouched. So just imagine yourself in the room with us, across the kitchen table.
Okay, well, so we're all set.
But Elwood's been doing these interviews with some people at Pittsburgh, and so he before I had this idea, he had the idea of just talking with you and learning some
history.
Some history.
I don't know. You'll get any history or not.
Yeah. Well, I think for me, the idea started a few years ago when I was driving for Lyft, which is like, taxi service sort of thing. And I would get into conversations taking people to the airport, and you just hear some really amazing stories from people. And I was like, you know what, I should record some of these. But I forgot about that idea for a little while. And then this past New Year's Eve, I was talking with a friend whose grandmother is a Holocaust survivor. And she's actually very open about it. My friend Jamie, she said that she's always heard stories growing up of that. And I was like, wow, that's pretty interesting, and I think that would be something that should be recorded or should be,
right.
preserved.
No, huh?
Yeah. So that kind of started the wheels turning again with this podcast. So, that people could download and listen to and just hear different people's stories. So
if you don't get them from the people, they're going to soon be gone, and it's all forgotten.
Yes.
Yeah.
Real soon.
Real soon.
Yeah, I know there's nobody around here, and I know. I mean,
right.
as far as what.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
so I don't know if I have any necessary, whenever I've started these other podcasts, I might have had an idea of where I wanted to go with it, but it usually just turns into conversation that I ask a question and then we talk back and forth about whatever subjects. Right. But yours being, you have this long story of history of stuff that a lot of people don't even know about. Mom was talking about, what are you talking about? Night crawlers.
Fishing. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I remember Grandpa Fox going out in the yard and using his electric thing to get the night crawlers.
Right.
But I never knew, who did he fish with? Where did he fish? Did he eat the fish?
He fished up at Uncle Harry's. They had a dam up there then.
Across from where I live now.
Yeah, right down there.
Oh.
They had a dam in there after they stripped up in there somewhere.
Oh.
And he and Shorty went up there and fished a good bit.
Okay.
And then he fished just down here in the creek some. I mean, But
they were fishing this creek.
And I think the basin of the Indian Lake Spillway, I think I remember from being up there already.
he might have been, yeah.
We're doing
Lake,
flat.
Yeah, Lake Stony Creek.
Now,
yeah, right.
Yeah, I can remember it.
Did you fish?
Mm-mm.
No.
No, I know.
Did he eat fish?
No.
What did he do with his fish?
I don't know. Throw them back in again, I guess. Bradley's, Johnny, they both fished when they were younger, but Brad still fishes. But he don't keep any fish, so.
Yeah, Dad never fished, and none of us did except Dan now.
Does Dan fish?
Later
Once
years,
in a
he and
while,
Jeff
yeah.
have gone fishing, and
No, I never did. I took the kids up there to the lake. Well, they were only, 4 and 6
something like that.
years old or so, and Bradley caught this 19-inch bass up there.
He was going to make him throw it back.
Well, I had it down in the water and was gonna, and then
Grandpa
they kept
said no.
No, and then we did bring it home.
Have it mounted.
Oh, nice.
Who has it? Bradley, I guess now.
Yeah, he has it yet. But yeah, we had that mounted, and down at Wimber a guy did it. And when we went after the fish, I took a whole load of kids with me. And anyways, he charged so much an inch. I forget what it was anymore. And I paid him, and then he gave some back to me. He said, "Here, take this and stop up here at the soft freeze and get your kids some ice cream."
That was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Well, so what year were you born?
32,
Okay.
January 4th. But
Yeah. So one thing I'd suppose would be you've seen a lot of changes, right?
Pardon?
You've seen a lot of changes, right?
Yes,
I mean,
I'll
you were
say.
born and grew up in Shanksville and lived in Shanksville.
Yeah, lived here all my life.
Yeah. But, I mean, as far as what would you say as far as the changes you've seen throughout your life?
Well, everything changed. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot. I
Yeah.
mean, but
So, like, when you were growing up, I mean, we didn't even have cell phones, right?
no,
Television.
No.
didn't
Yeah.
have none of that stuff. No.
Well, when you were kids, you and Dad, did they still have gas lamps on the poles?
No, no,
Oh, they didn't.
no. We
Well,
had
I know Dad has talked about that.
yeah, but we had electricity here in Shanksville all my life.
Okay.
What about an automobile? Like, did Grandma and Grandpa Fox's parents have a horse and buggy?
I can't answer that. I never.
Do you know when, like John and Mary, when did they get a car?
Well, I
Or they
guess
had
Daddy
one.
had one before he was married or whatever. I mean, he had to get up.
So in the early 1920s, yeah.
Yeah, he had one. I don't know what he might have had or anything, but
So then, what was it like growing up in the 30s and the 40s in Shanksville?
well, there wasn't much excitement in this town. I mean, there wasn't that many vehicles or anything around this way. I mean, there wasn't.
So what'd you do for fun? Fun.
Well, we rode wagons and sleds
Yeah.
down the hill, and that.
Bikes.
Yeah, bikes. Yeah. Got Sammy a bike, and he started up at our place and came down, and he kept hollering, "He has no brakes, he has no brakes," into Grommel's yard and wrecked there, but he wasn't hurt that bad. I mean, but he had brakes, he just didn't.
Didn't use them.
He had it down this way too far. And,
So one question I had was, how many animals did you have in the barn up there, and how many did you take down to the truck patch?
well, we had at one time 3 cows.
3.
I don't know why we had 3 cows, but we had 3, and only took 1 or 2 down. A beef and a
Milking
milk
cow.
cow down, had them down there, and then the water got real high. And this beef that we just had, we didn't have it trained or anything that way. And I went down after the cow one morning, and the water was just up pretty much, as far as the garden was. I mean, up that far. And I figured, well, I'll take her along home with us. And she just followed up pretty much till we got up here towards the nursery, and then she went up through the nursery up to the house.
So you didn't have any pigs or?
Yeah, we had 4 pigs one year. We always had pigs up at the barn, but we had those down at the garden.
You have chickens up at the barn too?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had chickens. Had them up in my bedroom when they were peeps. I've got 50 peeps. Had them up there till they got big enough to put them outside. And then Charlie Platt had chickens, and he had a chicken that was clucking, but he never gave her no eggs. I mean, he kept the eggs away from her, and then she took these chickens, her peeps in, and
So that was my next question. How many bedrooms were in the house and who all slept together?
there was only 3 bedrooms.
I thought.
But see, then we had, when they built the tunnel, we had Johnsons living there with us. upstairs, and Sammy and I lived up in the attic then.
Was Bill gone by that time out of the house, or?
No, he was there. He had a bedroom, and I don't know how that was.
Jamie.
All the girls stayed up at Aunt Ida's.
Oh, okay.
Stayed with her in that way.
Which tunnel was that?
The Allegheny
Turnpike, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I
Turnpike
thought.
tunnel.
Okay.
Yeah,
So that was in the 1930s.
39, 40.
40s.
Yeah.
And who owned the property that Grandma and Grandpa's house? Who'd they buy it from, or
Amos Shank.
Shank?
He died in 35, and then Daddy bought the property from him, and just had a basement just about as big as this room, maybe not as big as this room in it. That's all it was in then. I mean, then he put cement walls around, all except in the towards Charlie's down there low here. Then Daddy made blocks and put in. But
So did they rent from Shank before they bought it?
no, we lived in Charlie's house, the upper half
Oh,
of Charlie's
okay.
house. That's where I was born, in that house.
So was my mother.
Yeah, well, then they moved in after.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
And then you said that Grandpa, they dug out the basement and added on.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they put the kitchen on in the bathroom, I mean, you know, up above
Yeah.
it. And yeah, he dug the whole, had Uncle Harry's horse down and dug it out with that.
Took a horse into the basement.
Well, yeah, and then had a scoop and,
Yeah.
you know, and he scooped the ground out.
Huh. Wow.
Harry Felton.
That was Mary Louise's
Mother and
Dad.
Yeah, right,
They lived there where,
yeah,
just down the road there where Felton Road is.
right.
What did you do with the animals? Did you sell them or eat them?
We sold, the cows, we just sold them and got another cow to milk. We always had milk.
What about the pigs?
Well, we butchered them.
Okay.
Uncle John Glessner and Lena, they did the butchering for us.
Usually Thanksgiving, wasn't it?
Yeah, around
Yeah.
November at the
Yeah.
end of,
And then you smoked it?
yeah, he smoked up there in the smokehouse, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that one year we had 4 pigs. We gave Bill one, and then Caroline was still at home. I mean, you know, gave him one, and then we had 3 of them. But then we fed all 4 of them all year for him. But
So where in town was there? Did Balsers have a grocery store or just hardware, or where did you buy
right over here at Heinemeyer's, I mean, Hunter had a store.
Hunter? That's right.
Hunter had a store there for Clover Farm.
Oh, it was a clover farm.
Mm-hmm.
Over where?
Just where Heinemeyer's house was here, where Rick had the store.
Oh.
Yeah, that was always a store up until Rick, you know, gave it up and that. But then Hunter moved his store over in this building.
Yeah.
You remember that?
I remember of that story, yeah.
See, Herb bought this house back from somebody, I don't know who, I guess Savitz or someone, I'm not sure.
This house.
No,
Oh,
the hotel.
hotel.
And then he moved the store, Hunter's store over here. And then Heinemeyer had a little bit of a store there, and then Paul Thomas had one where the fire hall is. See, John Landis owned that, the fire hall.
So who are his descendants? Who are John Landis's descendants?
Well,
Everett?
no, Paul Thomas and Anna.
Hannah Landis.
Well, she was, wait, let's think, lived up where the Amish live now. The first farm up there. McCaleb's.
Yeah, Caleb.
See, he and Hannah, well, I don't know when they got married, actually. See, she was a school teacher out here in our school, Anna Landis was. She taught me 4th grade. And, and then Mary Landis was married to Paul Thomas, and he lived up there across from where Shorty lived, in that big house there.
Where Keller lives now? Where Tommy Keller lives now?
Well, no,
there's a
on
house
the-
on further.
One house
Oh.
over.
Oh, okay. Milton.
That
Milt
was
Lowry.
Milt Lowry.
Yeah.
See, that was on his dad's farm, Milt's dad's farm. That house was built on.
So this Alice that you're talking about, our school bus driver was Mary. Mary? No.
Harry Landis.
Harry and, yeah, but what was her name? Alice.
Alice
yeah.
Landis.
Yeah, was
Well,
that?
that was where the
Same
store
group?
is. That's where the Amish is.
Ah.
They lived in that house, Harry Landis. And Alice, yeah. They had 2 girls. Alice, or Harry's did. Harry was a school teacher over Rockwood. He taught over Markleton, over in there somewhere, to a 1-room school.
Wouldn't that be kind of far to go?
Well,
In
he,
that day.
he drove it every day.
Wow.
Two girls' names, maybe they know. Pauline
Pauline Davis.
Davis
Yeah.
is one, and,
Ah.
and her sister,
Okay.
Who?
Pauline Davis,
Yeah,
is a Landis.
yeah.
Yeah,
She
what-
was Pauline and Betty.
Betty.
Betty was married to Bird.
Yeah.
He drove school bus here. Had
Bird.
school. Huh?
I'm just being silly.
Bluebird.
Oh, shut
Bluebird
up.
bus.
And then did Sam Fox teach out here too?
Do what?
Did Grandpa Sam Fox teach out here? Was he a school teacher?
Just in the 1-room school only.
Oh.
And then down in by Wimber there, he taught. Grandma went down there and stayed.
Gaffigan?
No,
That's by Central City.
Oh,
uh,
what is that down there?
what is the name of the place back above Wimber there? A little town.
Coal mining town. Can I come up with it?
But he taught down there a couple years, and Grandma had no beds to put the kids in, and she put them in the dresser drawers.
Wow.
Yeah, she told us that she put them in the dresser drawers. You remember that, don't you?
No, I remember hearing about it.
Well, yeah,
Tossed
that's
it
what
around, I
Grandma told us. I mean,
And where was the 1-room schoolhouse? You pointed it
right down next to the cemetery, up
This
toward
cemetery.
Shanksville.
Between the cemetery and the church.
Yeah,
Ah.
yeah, right in there.
So who taught? Who was the teacher?
Samuel,
Grandpa
great grandfather.
Fox.
Okay. What did he teach?
All
Just
grades.
Everything.
1
Yeah.
through 8.
Yeah, he
Okay.
all grades. Yeah,
And
he had.
Grandpa only went to 8th grade, correct? Your dad.
Well, right. Yeah, that's all.
But
They,
Grandma went 12?
Uh-uh.
Grandma Fox? No.
Nobody did back
Oh,
then.
nobody went more than
no,
8.
no, she went to Downey to school.
Yeah.
But 8th grade was the cutoff back then.
Mm.
Wow.
Those schools.
Okay.
Wow. You should have been born then.
See, this was a 2-story school down here. This
Oh, really?
Shanksville was
Oh.
2-story, and it burnt one time, and then they rebuilt it, and then it lasted, I guess. But he taught both Aunt Catherine and Daddy. Grandpa did.
Oh.
So the old fire hall, was it a store before it was a fire hall?
Yeah, it was a store back in the 1800s. There was a store in there then, I guess.
The
Something.
fire hall wasn't there till 1950.
357, 56, 55, I guess, is when we started our fire company in 55.
And then when did it move up here?
89.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
So then, as far as the school up here, you went to high school up here,
Right.
at Shanksville.
Went to all 12 grades up
Okay.
here.
Yeah.
That started in 30.
Okay.
And I think I looked on the computer, and I think I have that somewhere. I'll have to look at my family tree stuff. But I think I checked from whenever Bill would have started school till,
Donnie.
who's the youngest?
Donnie.
Donnie.
Oh.
No. Stacy's kids and on down.
Oh, that
back.
far.
I think it's been
Yeah.
90 years, 89 years, 90 years of, that there's been a descendant from John and Mary Fox that has gone to the school.
It has been.
Every year. I mean, a
Uh-huh.
lot of us
Right.
overlap. But
Right,
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
sometimes there's, I'll have to find that again and see if that's right.
Yeah, Stacy's kids would have been the youngest to go out here.
Yeah.
And that is kind of unusual, I think, that they had, Grandma and Grandpa had 20 grandchildren and 19 of them graduated from Shanksville.
Did he though?
Yeah,
mean, Jackie was the only
Jackie's
one.
Oh,
She was that tarnished eagle one.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So I always tell her she's a tarnished eagle, not gold.
Now,
So all the rest then graduated from out here. I'll be darned. I never. See, now Jared's kids go to Berlin to school.
did they have school buses in the
Yeah.
30s and 40s? Yeah.
Yeah.
But you guys walked.
Yep.
Yeah.
See, we just paid tuition to go to school. Shanksville Borough did. Up until 58 or 59 when they.
Became the joint
Well, that's when the governor said they have to.
merge.
Yeah, do something
Yeah.
with, and then they made it Shanksville Stony Creek School District instead of just Stony Creek School District before. But up until then, see, the borough council wouldn't, or borough school board wouldn't pay for busing us. So that's why we didn't get any busing.
Never knew that.
Huh?
I never knew that.
Well, that's the way it was. I mean, and so we walked to school and see, that's why Shanksville never had as many snow days as other school districts did, because the Shanksvillers could all walk to school and that was enough to,
Have class.
To keep it open.
well, they had a percentage,
Yeah.
I don't know what it was anymore, but
So where, do you know where William Fox, the Civil War William, or your great, where did he live?
I don't know. Do you know, did Grandma ever tell you where he lived?
Oh, no, I don't remember.
I never heard anybody say anything.
No, I never did
So-
neither.
Grandma, Bessie, and Sam lived over here,
Right, he built that house.
Rick's house, where Rick lives.
Right.
So you guys were neighbors, and you said she would come over and talk with you a lot, or you two would talk a lot.
Well, she stayed with Charlie's then. Grandpa
Grandma.
died,
Oh, yeah.
and she
She'd
walked
come
down to
down.
that house. See,
Johnny
we lived
worked
in that
night
house
shift,
too
and I'd
then.
be there by myself. She'd come down because she was up there with Charlie. They would come with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can remember when you guys lived over there.
We lived there about 6 years, and then this house came up for sale, and I wanted to buy that house from Grandma, and she didn't know if she wanted to sell it for sure.
Well, she'd
And-
come down to our house because it was her house too. She was at home. rather
See,
than
she had a
taking
bedroom
Caroline.
reserved in that house
Uh-huh.
all the time
It was
when she had it
bedroom.
rented.
In case
Oh,
she needed to get away from Charlie.
B&B.
Yeah.
so when you moved out, Judy moved in?
Mm-mm.
No? Who was in there in between?
Oh my, 2 or 3 families. Well,
Oh.
I don't know who moved in then.
Christie's by the name of Christie.
Who?
Last name. Just let me talk.
I don't know.
I didn't know anybody but you and Judy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
He was a coal stripper, had business.
Kersey lived there.
Well,
He was a
that was
school
before my
teacher,
time.
basketball coach. His family
Well,
lived there.
Judy
then.
lived over here before she lived over here. She
Where?
lived over above the post office.
Oh yeah, up
Yeah.
there with
Aunt Judy.
the old tax building.
Whatever it is.
Is that what it
Yeah,
is now?
Right.
No.
She lived in the township then. But she lived in Somerset first when she got married.
And Grandma Bessie never worked that you know of?
Just cooked in the
Oh yeah, she'd
hotel.
taken
And,
the school teachers, they'd stay.
Oh,
Who came there. And at that time, they didn't go back and forth.
Yeah.
And they had a room there she had for them. They'd stay. She'd cook.
She cooked for,
Meals.
that, and then she cooked for the school board.
And they met there.
Oh.
After meetings there. She'd cook.
So that's where apparently I got my cooking.
See, they
Probably.
no doubt started when he
Yeah.
had the hotel yet.
Yeah.
And did have it down here, and then they moved up there in 35. They moved up there, and he had the house built.
And Grandma Mary, your mother never worked? I never remembered of it, but
Nope.
I didn't know when you guys were younger if she would have or not.
So
No, she was busy in the house all the
So
time.
one thing they
Sam
would
and-
have done
Sam
is
and Bessie
help Bill
had this as a
Foster's
hotel.
house,
Sam
one
and
store
Bessie.
years ago.
Yeah, they
Store
had the
house.
hotel for
Bill
about
there,
10
John
years.
there.
okay,
With Bill, yeah.
I never knew that either. See, they all know certain histories that are like
You don't know it, right?
I'm asking like the next generation's questions because we don't know that either.
Yes,
So
Well,
what
re-
year? What years would have that been?
but they had the hotel.
Yeah.
Well, up until 35. So maybe from 25 on up, I'm not exactly sure when they. Maybe they had it more than 10 years. I'm not sure.
And how-
See, the reason you don't know these stories is because your generation didn't get together with that generation like we did. I mean, I don't know if you've heard the story, but up at where Ron and Becky lived, Grandma's
Yeah.
Fox's house, we had Thanksgiving or Christmas. You could see, 12 or 14 around the dinner table in the dining room. The rest of us sat in the living room or on the steps going upstairs, and then we switched.
yeah,
And then we switched again.
yeah,
Yeah, we did.
Those
Eating and
steps-
shift.
So we had to listen to these stories
over and
when we
over.
were younger, yeah.
Each shift got to hear the story.
The year got more interesting.
More flourishes in it.
All right.
Well, and some people, that's what I say. I mean, for some reason, I have that, I guess you call it a gift of knowing a lot of history and remembering it. I mean, I can't remember what I had yesterday for breakfast.
I know what you mean.
But when
Right.
we get talking this kind
Right.
of stuff, I mean, just like Mary Kay, she'll say, "Oh, do you remember this?" And I said, "No, I'm not that old, but I've heard stories from Dad or Johnny or Caroline or Janie or something, about things in Shanksville." I mean,
Yeah, you're
you've
good.
never probably heard the name and wouldn't know at all, and Sue may not even, of Lula Spangler.
No.
Lived out here on Main Street.
Well, everybody had
Beside
nicknames.
beside where Bob
Yeah.
Page is.
Yeah, well, yeah.
On this
She
side.
lived in this side of where Paige lived, yeah.
So that all came from Dad when we were younger. He would talk
Yeah.
about, things.
But no one had their right name. It
Yeah.
was all
Oh yeah, Shanksville has nicknames galore.
nicknames for everybody.
Yeah,
Sounds
yes,
pretty
they
good.
did. They had,
Well, I had known that this was a hotel at one point,
Yeah.
but I never knew it was in the
family.
family. Yeah.
But also, there was a doctor here that took Dad's tonsils out, I think.
that was Savitz.
But it was in his building.
Yeah, he bought the hotel from Grandpa.
Oh, okay.
Then we had a doctor in our house where we're living now.
Oh.
That we're moved, didn't we, Johnny?
Yeah,
doctor
yeah, there
office.
was Klein lived here. See,
They're not-
Mabel Emmerich lived here. Her husband died a year after the house was built.
Oh wow.
And then she lived here by herself.
Children.
She had never had no kids or anything.
Hmm.
And lived here up until they took her to the county home because she couldn't pay her taxes.
Yeah.
So what year was this house built?
22, 23.
It's a great house.
I think one
This-
time we did find like even instruments the doctor would use was in the attic. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
There's a whole box
box
of
full.
medicine bottles up there in the
Medicine
attic.
bottles.
They're still up
A
there.
big box.
Yeah, we never
big
got rid of
box
them,
about
did we,
this
Johnny?
bigger, huh?
We never got rid of them.
No,
Huh.
we never did anything with them. They was
Yeah, we
in there
thought, well,
when
we'll keep them
we
and
came, and
nobody, who knows?
I don't even know what's in the box. I never.
Never opened it.
It's no, it's a wooden box,
Okay.
big wooden box,
Wow.
and it has no top on it. I mean, you can see the bottles in there.
Yeah.
But I never.
Wonder if any of it's
So
good.
did your mom and dad, when Sue was asking about getting married, did they get married in the church or were they married at the
I think up in Glade Church,
Roxbury.
huh?
Roxbury,
Is that what
that-
it said in the article?
Mhm.
Now, if
Oh,
you say
did
that,
it?
I remember reading that.
Okay.
The article in the newspaper from when
In
they celebrated their
1975.
50th anniversary in '75 said they were married in Roxbury Parsonage.
Okay. Parsonage.
Yeah.
Could have been. I don't
Change the
know.
subject.
I don't remember
Tell you
that.
the story about with your dad and Johnny when they were little.
What?
About the story with you and Sammy when he was little. Have his tonsils out or something?
Not me. I have mine yet.
That's what I'm getting at.
Oh,
You have yours yet.
Right.
They told Sammy was to tell
we
the
were taking
story.
him. We took him over to Boswell.
Tell me, that's
Dr. Johnson lived in Boswell, and he doctored over this way. And Sammy had to have his tonsils out. Well, he wasn't gonna go. And then they told him, I'm gonna have mine out. That he's just to go along with me. But when he got over there, why?
He was gullible at times.
Yeah, when we got over there, they gave him a little ether, and he was soon sleeping, and that was it. Yeah.
So the other question with the grandparents, our grandparents, your parents, were the Glessners or the Balsters German Reformed, or how did Grandma and Grandpa get to go?
Glessners were Reformed.
Okay,
The Balsers were Lutherans.
Lutherans. I mean, I know during my period of time they were, yeah.
yeah.
All Wimp's kids went,
Right.
these kids went there and stuff. So. And who built the garage over here? Was that there before Ernie took it over, or DL?
Yeah. I mean, it was a grist mill.
That was my next question.
That's what burnt. Used to have a roof on over the front.
Oh.
You don't remember that? Okay, so I guess you wouldn't know.
Was there any pictures ever taken of that? In any
Well,
books
there's some.
somewhere.
Just we don't have any. No.
Okay.
But it was a grist mill. I mean, they took it over and then made a garage out of it. Yeah, so
Well, then how did Grandma and Grandpa Fox meet?
I have no idea. Never heard
That was
that.
before his time.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. Yeah, I don't know.
But they both lived in the vicinity, right?
Well, Grandma Fox Glessner lived up by Dan's out, turn right out towards
Okay.
Little John's. That was the Glessner farm. That's where she was. So he had
He had to go up there, I
5.5
guess.
miles to get there. I don't know.
Or did she go to school here?
No.
Where'd
No,
she
she
go?
went to Downey. She went to
Oh,
Downey
right,
to school.
Downey.
Walked to school.
What was that under the turnpike? Like where was that then?
Yeah,
Yes.
to Downey.
On it past the turnpike
By the
towards Berlin. I mean, the Downey school still sits there yet. There's somebody lives in the house.
Oh, really? It's it's
Right along the
Along
road.
the
It's
road.
right along the road.
So
Yeah,
right
real
under
close
when
to
you
the
go
road.
under the
Like where Jess
underpass.
Sedona
And then
lives,
on
the left.
towards
grew up.
Berlin.
Then you
Away.
go down, there's 6 houses.
Did you know where Uncle George lived?
Mm-mm.
You never knew him, I guess, did you?
Mm-mm. I don't even remember that name.
Did you?
You see, we were talking. This is a little off subject, but somebody was talking one day about great grandparents, and they said they never knew their great grandparents. And I kind of looked at them and I said, "What do you mean?" Well, they were all dead. And I said, "I had 6 out of the 8 were still living when I was born."
That is a different experience.
Sam Fox had died, and Gibson.
Hoot.
Yeah, well, no, Hoot's dad.
Yeah.
So those two I didn't, but both the Glessners were living till right after I think didn't one of them die on
57, Grandpa died.
on Johnny Platt's
And then,
birthday or something.
And Grandma died when Dan was born.
Mm-hmm.
They
And-
were
Grandma.
And Bessie
Bessie.
Fox was
Bessie,
still
okay.
living.
Bessie Fox.
And then on Mom's side, Nellie and Claude Spangler were both living.
right.
And Grandma Bean. So I had 6 out of the 8.
Yeah,
And like Sharon, she's one of them that said, didn't know any of my great grandparents. They were all dead till I was born.
they
So that's kind of an odd thing, as I found
It
out
is,
talking
right.
to people that would have that many.
I mean, I would have had.
They had a good age on them when they died. That's
Yeah.
wasn't
Mhm.
up in years.
Yeah, we had 2.
2.
Actually, I suppose Mary would have been dead by the time you were
Kind
born.
of 1.5.
I only remember the only memory I have would be Mary out in the home,
Grandma Fox, Bevins, or yeah, Mary.
And then, of course, Evelyn, Grandma Gibson. And that's it. And I was just talking to a coworker the other day is that I don't have any living grandparents anymore either. Other people may have, or I don't know, but...
Yeah.
Well, I have 2 more questions, I think, and then I went through mine, and I have to leave before too long to go to. We're getting grandparent pictures taken today.
Wow.
I keep telling them, I'm not your grandparent. There's no blood in you kids.
Remember, this is being recorded.
I know.
Can be used against you.
So the other thing I have is, when you were in the service, did you go by plane, boat, or both over to Korea?
I went by both. I went from Seattle to Tokyo by boat, and then we trained in Tokyo there at Mount Fuji. We went up Mount Fuji a ways, and we had a camp up there and trained a while, and then we went from there by plane to Korea.
So how'd you get to Seattle?
By plane.
Plane.
From Pittsburgh, yeah. We chartered a plane. There was enough. See, when we was at Fort Hood, Tooker Basic, it was mostly, not all there, I mean, at the time, but there was Somerset County people, and we all got out at the same time and come home, and we said, well, we'll charter a plane, to go out again, because we all went to Seattle. When our graduation down there, the guy gave the speech. He said he hoped you learned something because 98% of you are going to see come back. And our first sergeant that we had while we were training, he went over to Korea and he was killed before we left.
So were there how many other people from the Shanksville, I mean, you said Somerset County, but did you know anybody from Shanksville,
No,
Square Creek, Berlin?
Just Jay Dubstott. Did you know him?
He lived across from Janie?
That doesn't sound right, Johnny. J. Dubstott.
Jay Dubstott, yes. No, he...
Up by Ziggy's?
Yeah, he lived up there, but he lived up at Indian Lake where the airport is. It was their home place.
Oh.
Elwood there, Dubstott was their dad's name.
That's a dumb name.
It is.
Were you drafted?
Yes,
Yeah.
Truman sent me a letter.
Oh.
President Truman sent me a letter.
John Watkins.
Hello.
It announces your calls.
How are you?
Yeah.
And then how long were you
Not too bad.
in Korea?
18 months.
Were you injured or did you
No,
rotate
no.
out?
No, I wasn't injured. No, it just, that's how long they had your stay over there. When you went overseas, you stayed for 18 months.
Did you end up seeing combat then?
No, just the night ceasefire was, I was up on line, and we saw all the ceasefire at 10 o'clock. It got as black as
Yeah.
night out then.
Yeah.
Before that, it was like daylight out. Everybody firing bombs and stuff. It made lots of flame, lots of light. And
Yeah. Wow.
see, we was gonna take over a Korean force up there. They were gonna move back, and we were taking over. But then when ceasefire, why we didn't do that.
Yeah.
But we was up in the hill there in blocking position. We could see all the firing and all the ones that got injured and killed. And
Yeah.
the next day we went back down to our barracks, and the planes were loading up the...
Was it cold?
Yes, sometimes. I mean, when you went up north. See, then we went after the war was over, we went and got all the Chinese prisoners that the American took and took them back to Incheon and put them on a plane. Well, first we gave them clothes because they were all kids,
Barefoot,
just
in clothes.
12, 14, 15-year-old kids.
Yeah.
They had no shoes on, and it was 0 weather out.
Wow.
And brought them back, gave them all uniforms, took them over and put them on a ship and sent them back to China. See, a lot of people don't know it. The Chinese were fighting for North Korea. I mean, there's an awful lot of them.
Do you watch MASH?
I did, but we was in tents like that over there. I mean, but we didn't have, it wasn't the way MASH is.
Yeah.
Dad always liked that show, too.
Yeah,
And do you think sometimes that Korea gets overshadowed by Vietnam? As far as
well, yeah, they did. I mean, just was on the TV here the other day about the forgotten war. I mean, it's got forgotten. I mean, there was
They got no recognition.
a mayor from South Korea was down in Johnstown and giving medals to some of the Korean
Oh,
fellows that was over there and that. And they said anybody would want one that could, call or whatever or something. I don't know what it was on. But we was down there at Johnstown at a dinner that the Koreans had for, it was a lot there, wasn't there? A couple hundred. And, but we was down for that. I mean, and we got certificates and stuff, from them, I mean, and so on. And
yeah.
yeah, that was interesting what you said. I've thought that before too. Is that Korea is kind of overshadowed, and people don't realize that was a draft as well. And
yeah, there was an awful lot of people killed over there. I mean, as far as
One to be forgotten, like a forgotten war.
I mean, just like I was in the 24th Division. I mean, they were one of the first divisions over there, and their general was killed and so on. I mean, they had them all pushed back into Pusan. I mean, the Chinese or the North Koreans did, and then when we went over, we just more or less filled that army up again and got it going again, but it couldn't come back to the United States anymore because it lost its colors,
yeah,
and it has to gain win somewhere to get these colors back. So
So it's nothing, forgotten
yeah.
war.
but that's the way the United States has their service set up. I mean,
Yeah.
but
And I suppose you were drafted at 18,
I was 20 years old.
20. Okay. Well, how much younger is Pap?
4 years younger than me.
So had the draft stopped by that point?
I always wondered that.
Huh?
Had the draft stopped by the time Pap would have been?
It
old enough?
might have. I don't know if it stopped or if they just didn't need. I don't know. They didn't. I can't answer that. I don't know what they.
Yeah.
When they stopped the draft, I mean, they did there then for a good many years. They stopped it. Now they were talking that that was in the Biden administration that they'd maybe have to start it again to get troops again, but
Yeah.
now they got lots of troops again. I mean, a lot of people joining up.
Yeah.
But I mean, they pay crap some money when they pay you $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 to join. Why,
It's incentive.
we got $72 a month.
Did you? I know it's kind of a weird question, but did you enjoy being in the service?
Well, not enjoy it, but I didn't mind it that much. I mean, I knew I had to go and
Yeah.
had to put up with what.
Because I know some people who were drafted actually enjoyed the army
Yeah,
life,
you remember
but
early stuff I said. Those are the best
I never
years of his
enjoyed
life.
it, but I
Oh,
didn't.
I'll never forget him saying that.
wasn't mad about
Yeah,
it
that's-
that
yeah.
way as far as.
Yeah, because there's some people then too that completely hated it. And
Right.
Actually
For good
disavow. You know,
Yeah.
Well,
people come back home with a real bitter taste in their mouth.
Thanks for stopping by today. There's always a seat at the kitchen table and another story to tell. If you have a story to tell, I'd love to hear from you. Please send me a message. And also subscribe to the channel to look for more episodes, anecdotes, and information. Talk to you next time and have a great day.